Hey there, it's Angela Wills here from MarketersMojo.com, and today I want to show you how easy it is to create your own podcast. Now, you might be thinking you need complicated equipment, you need to spend a lot of money, but I'm going to show you how you can start your own podcast with a telephone and Audio Acrobat. That's it. That's all you need. And Audio Acrobat is $20 a month. Not expensive, and you can start your own podcast. Simple as that. So here I am in my Audio Acrobat account, and what you will see here is the first screen where this tab here, it says Home. So right here, as soon as you log in, Audio Acrobat just got a new phone number, so that's why you see all this color here. They want to make sure their members are dialing the newer phone number, but you will see right here the phone number, and it says click here to find phone access and PIN. You can also do that in a number of other places when you click audio, and you can click audio, create new audio, but I'm just going to click here right now and I'll show you. Let's see how quickly we can run through this and show you how to set up your own podcast. So basically, you get your phone, you dial this number, and now I'm showing you my phone number and PIN, so you won't actually get to see this number. I'm going to have to edit this video and make sure I don't share my Audio Acrobat number with the whole world, but you will get a phone number to dial in, a PIN, and then if you're doing a one-person podcast, you can go ahead and push the menu option for that. You can even record a conference call. So in order to do that on your phone, you will have to have three-way calling enabled, but you can get that from your phone company. So you can actually record a podcast where you interview someone, or maybe you having a conference call with a lot of people on the line, or you can record your podcast just by yourself and share information, tips, tutorials, anything like that. So once you do that, you call into that number, you create your audio, you hang up, and then from there you would click this audio tab, and once your audio is ready, the one you just recorded, it will show up in this section. It's the My Audio section. You'll see I have folders here because I filter my audios right into different folders. But let's just use this one as an example. So maybe we recorded, and when you do record it, it will show up as saved phone recording. So you'll have to basically click this, and then you can edit it to change the name to whatever you want, so you know what it is. Because obviously when you're on the phone, the computer system doesn't know what to label it until you tell it. So right here, let's just use this one as an example. Let's say we just did this and we changed the name of it. So we're ready to publish our podcast. We've got Erica Kosminski, who is a recent guest on Marketers Mojo Talk Radio. Let's scroll back up, and we scroll over here to the podcasts section. Now, what I already did ahead of time was create a new podcast. It's really easy to do. You just kind of go through, answer the questions step by step. So let's click on it. Now I'll show you what's in there. Very simple stuff. You enter your name, the title of your podcast, a description, and you can, have album art. Make sure you get great quality here, and because basically it's going to show up on iTunes. So you want to make sure that's a good quality image there, and some mobile podcasts, title and description, and then your website URL. Copyright notice, managing editor, editor's email, and that's kind of it. Some RSS options here may or may not apply to you, and syndicate your podcast, and that means that when you publish it, other directories can immediately receive it. So yes, you definitely want to syndicate it in most cases so that other people can receive it, and you can send it to iTunes and things like that. and then there's just an option to redirect your podcast. Then you save the changes. So once you have that set up, then you click the podcast tab, and then we'll go to Marketers Mojo Talk Radio because that is my show. So you go ahead and you click that. And you click, so when you click on that, you see all of the past shows that I have in here. But if we wanted to create a new show, we click New Post. Now I'm not going to go through all of the options in New Post, but basically all we need to do, let's say we're using Erica Kosminski, we pick that audio that we wanted to be our podcast that we called in and recorded. So no fancy equipment here. You've got a podcast, you've got an audio recording ready to go. You go in here, you click the audio recording you want. You can even do video. You can do video podcasts just the same way. You can record the video with your webcam, or you can upload a video from your camera. And then there's some other options that there's future release dates, which can be really cool if you want to do a podcast, plan it ahead and have it released over a month, 2 months, 6 months, however you like. You can go ahead and pick a release date for later on every new post that you add. So that's a really cool feature. And then you add some descriptions and you save the changes, and that's it. Once you do that, you have a podcast, and you're basically broadcasting it out to iTunes when you do this, if you have it set up to do that, but you also have it on your feed here. And what I do, because I also publish that out to my website at Marketers Mojo, and I'll show you. Here's Erica's show, and I grab a player from Audio Acrobat, and then I go ahead and I use that player to put on my website, like you see here. So that's another function of Audio Acrobat, and basically you go to the audio that you want to promote, and let's just go back quickly to Erica's. You click on that, and this is really cool, and it's very fast. So I want to publish it. I click Publish Audio, and because I have, I'll show you again, that player. See the purple player, it's a specific setup, and it says download MP3. All I need to do now is go to use saved settings, and it's the same player every time, so I don't need to go through any complicated setup every time. I just click publish, click saved settings, and then I click generate HTML code, and then I copy that and I pop that into my blog so that my blog visitors can also see it. And anybody can be subscribed to the RSS feed for this podcast, and that means that they can get the update whenever I update the podcast up here. They're going to get it automatically. So that's a really cool thing, that you can have people listening to your podcast and getting it as soon as it's ready. So there you go. That's how you create a podcast using Audio Acrobat. It's not difficult. Audio Acrobat has amazing support. They have a contact through email, and they also do a lot of training where you can learn how to create your own podcast. They actually have that listed. Let me see if I can find it now when I click onto the, see right here, podcast training class download. So you can actually log into Audio Acrobat and download some podcast training that's available that they do. And they often do webinars and free training that you can get on and learn that way as well. So that's it. I hope you have some great ideas for a podcast, and feel free to let me know what you're up to and what kind of podcast you're creating. I'd love to hear about it. And so you can contact me at marketersmojo.com. Bye for now. This is Angela Wills.